Hi everybody, my name is Claudio Cardito. I would love to present you my book about contemporary jazz improvisation, the evolution of free thinking, the message of John Coltrane, in the teaching of Dave Liebman and George Garzone. Teaching for all instruments. Searchably to www.wakepress.it. I want to read something from inside. I will preface this chapter by saying that I am a fervent believer in Coltrane's message. My approach cannot be but one of respect and gentleness toward such a giant of music and saxophone. The idea for this book stems from his conviction that the most incredible period of his work is precisely the most misunderstood by both listeners and many musicians. Definitely the most controversial and displacing. The artistic period from a love supreme to his untimely death. The question I've often asked myself while reading a variety of books about it is why free jazz? What did he want to free himself from? Why did a musician who struggled extremely to reach such lofty heights then seem to launch himself into nebulous, undefined, void-like free jazz? How can a human being navigate through the swampy mire of heroin addiction and free himself, aided only by his own strength, to then increasingly renew his energy and life? How can one devote an entire life to instrumental practice so completely that even the moments between sets are used to practice, while perhaps others were doing drugs or having fun with women? How does such a trained musician always hunger for new ideas and manage to find them and enrich his own language with overwhelming perseverance? There are many more examples of this, but for Coltrane, practice and study were a reason for living that obviously transcended the musical action and aspired to something never-ending. With humility but also determination, I try, based on what I believe to be true, to experience the search for meaning. Having had various opportunities in these long years, my empathy leads me to think that his approach had to be integrational, an approach that aspires to development of the parts of which man is composed: body, mind, spirit, and soul. Here is the famous sentence that opens a gateway into his free thinking. There is never an end. There are always new sounds to imagine, new feelings to experience, and there is the need to purify more and more of these feelings, these sounds, to come to imagine in a pure state what we have discovered, so that we can see more clearly what we are. Only in this way are we able to give our listeners the essence, the best of who we are. So I have wondered many times what he had meant by purifying these feelings, and what he meant by seeing with greater clarity what we are. So, following the teaching of masters Dave Liebman and George Garzone, I found something of unspeakable relevance: the possibility of developing the message of John Coltrane. But not only that, because Dave Liebman and George Garzone are known to have made deep and strong contributions to the discovery of John Coltrane's cryptic message, especially George Garzone, in my opinion. So if you are interested in getting this book, let me know. But most importantly, go practice.